When you are building a PC, you can be baffled by the amount of choices that you have when picking your parts. Add on deciding what kind of storage and how much storage you want, and it can get very complicated, to the point where sometimes it is just not even worth to build your own, and just pick a pre-built. Sure, you can go with all the fancy M.2 drives, but for some, that might not fit into your budget. For the rest of you, let's get right into explaining what the different types of storage are, and what's the best way to utilize each one of them. The first type of storage is an M.2 SSD. Now, I am not only starting off with this because it is the fastest or the most expensive, but because it is a good basis to compare speeds of the other storages too. The beauty of an M.2 SSD is that the waiting time is dramatically reduced, even on cheaper drives, when compared to an HDD. Anything you load on it will perform actions much quicker. Like I said, this one is also the most expensive. It is about twice the amount of money that you will be paying to get any other type of storage, sometimes even more. On the other hand, it is also the fastest, so maybe it is worth the price for you. I would recommend buying this type of storage if you need a faster boot time for your OS, or you are running applications that you want to run a lot faster, like games or heavy workload programs. The next type of storage is called an SSD. This is kinda the middle ground between an M.2 SSD and an HDD, something that we will be talking about next. The lifespan of an SSD isn't as lengthy as an HDD, but you can certainly use an SSD as your only drive in a PC. In fact, many laptops only have SSD storage. SSD prices have come down a lot in the recent years too, with the price per gigabyte much lower than it once was. Although, if you are looking to buy a higher capacity SSD, like let's say 4 terabytes, you will be looking into spending a couple $1,000s. I personally use this kind of drive for documents that I will not be using that much, but still want to load fast when I want to use them. The last type of storage is known as an HDD storage. The best case for this HDD is mass storage. This type of drive can be cheaper than an SSD and available in some quite massive sizes. If you have a lot of games or media to keep on your PC, no problem. You can get one drive or more drives over 1 terabyte in size for a fraction of the cost of their SSD. Price per gigabyte is still much less than SSDs, and large capacity storage drives won't take all your money. This is more of an information packed video, so I want to do a recap on everything that we have learned today. The first type of storage is called an M.2 SSD. The M.2 SSD is the most expensive of the three, but it makes up for it in speed. Anything you load onto it will perform actions much quicker. This type of storage is good for a fast boot drive and fast loading applications. The next type of storage is an SSD. This is a middle ground of storage, and should be used for people who don't want to spend that much money on storage, but still want to have amazing speeds. The last type of storage is called an HDD. This type of storage is used as an archive drive for big documents or videos that you do not want taking up storage on your main drive. This is also the cheapest of the three. Anyways, if you guys thought this video was useful in any way and enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and maybe even come back.